Record. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wealthy Women Daily Investing Challenge. So if your goal is to beef up your finances this year and build a stock portfolio that's bigger than your shoe collection, this challenge will help you get started. But before we get started, introduce yourself, comment below, let us know where you are joining us from. I am from Chicago. If anyone else is from Chicago, let me know in the comments. And if you are joining us on replay, type in the comments and let us know where you are from. I am Charlene Reinhardt, and I will be leading this dividend investing training this week. So I hope you are ready to learn more about building your dividend portfolio, but more importantly, learning how to set goals that allow you to invest in yourself. There are so many distractions that take place on a daily basis and monthly and yearly, and we often allow the goals that we have on our to-do list to get left behind. So let's be intentional this year about investing in us so that we can make other investments that produce dividends. Before we get started, I want to share this disclaimer. Wealthy Women Daily and its affiliate companies and brands are solely educational and information. We are not intended to give investment or trading advice of any kind. We know that not all asset classes are suitable for all investors, but Wealthy Women Daily is an educational platform, so we are going to provide you with the books, courses, and content you need to understand the basics of investing. We are not and do not represent ourselves to be a registered investment advisor or advisory firm or company. We always advise you to seek the counsel of an advisor who can assess your situation and provide you with the best investment strategy for you. So now that we got that out the way, let's move on to our training. So we are doing the Wealthy Women Daily Investing Challenge. So over the next 3 days, you will challenge yourself, you will stretch yourself, you will learn, grow, meet new people on your journey, because that's the goal. And you'll be able to do that by, one, joining the Facebook group. We have an Investing for Beginners Facebook group to get you started, and that's where you can add all your homework. We want you to invite friends because your friends should be getting dividends too. You don't want to do this alone. So invite your friends on this journey so that you can be held accountable to the goals that you set. 3, attend the training. So if you are not able to attend the live trainings, you have the option of watching the videos on YouTube. So watch these videos on YouTube, take notes, do the homework, and you will still qualify for the challenge. Number 4, post your homework on Facebook. So post your homework on Facebook, but also make sure you subscribe to the Wealthy Women Daily YouTube channel and engage with the replay videos if you are not able to attend live. Be active in the group, share your insights, share your learning, share what you like the most each day. I'll be posting in the group, so leave comments anytime you can to keep you accountable on this journey. So those most active participants during this time will receive either gift cards or other prizes that we have on this journey. So those prizes may change. I will let you know on Thursday what we decide to give away as prizes. Most importantly, the most important thing I want you to take away is investing in you. How can you be intentional about investing in you so that you can be closer to your financial goals? Now it's time for me to introduce myself because I know many of you have no idea who I am. So I am Charlene Reinhardt. I'm a certified public accountant. I'm the author of Dividends Are a Queen's Best Friend. And I like to call myself a dividend queen. Why? Because everything I do, I like to plant seeds and make sure that I'm getting dividends that can produce a return right now and later on in life. So I'm very strategic and intentional about the activities I do and how I allocate my money. I like to turn my paychecks into passive income. If you are there with me, if that is something you love to do as well, type yes in the chat, type yes in the comments. But why do I do that? Because I want to build a predictable, a recurring stream of income without lifting a finger. My goal is to always have the time and money freedom to do what I love with the people I love. You never know how much time you have on this earth with the people around you. So, my job on this journey is to make sure I am using my time wisely, right? And so, you want to think about that on your journey. How do you want to use your time? And what can you do? What can you invest in so that you can have more time for what truly matters most to you? Because of my why, which is that strong desire or reason behind what you do, because of my why, I continue to invest in dividend paying assets so that my money can become my wealth partner on this journey. I also want to pass on my dividends to the next generation. What I've learned is that you cannot pass on your income. So if you are making $200,000 and something happens to you, you cannot pass on your $200,000 salary to the next generation. But if you have income generating assets in your portfolio, you can pass that on to the next generation. So you want to be very intentional about the type of income that you are adding to your portfolio. So let's talk about dividend income because I love talking about this every day and I want it to be something that's a normal part of your vocabulary, something that you think about, right? So that you can build upon that. What you focus on grows. So what are you focusing on in this season? So let's start with the basics. What are dividends? Dividends are a form of income that a company gives you as a reward for investing in them. That's in its simplest form. But how does dividends work? Well, companies are in business to earn money. When they earn money, they have decisions, just like you have decisions when you get your paycheck. A company has to make decisions as to what they plan to do with that money. They can reinvest the money back into the company. Many growth companies like Tesla and Google reinvest all of their money back into growing the company. But then you have other companies like Microsoft and Apple who reinvest some of the money back into growing the company, but they also give some money to shareholders in the form of dividends every quarter. Now, companies are not required to pay dividends every quarter. Some companies do have a record of paying dividends every quarter over a certain period of time, but they are not required to do that. What happens is the board of directors will come together and determine if they want to declare a dividend. If they decide to declare a dividend, guess what? You'll receive notification. A press release goes out and says Microsoft declared a dividend of this amount for investors on record as of blank date. So you have to have the investments in your portfolio by a certain date in order to take advantage of the dividends. So that's dividends in a nutshell. And if you want more information about dividends, we share insights and information every single week on the Wealthy Women Daily YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the Wealthy Women Daily YouTube channel and follow me there so that you can get all of these updates. So there are many reasons why I love dividends. One, you can earn an extra stream of income without lifting a finger. So it's not like your earned income at work where you have to actually put in work in order to receive the money. As long as you have dividend paying assets in your portfolio and the company declares a dividend, you will qualify for the next round of dividends that come. And the company will tell you when that pay date is. So you don't have to guess. And you don't even have to guess if a company is going to pay you a dividend. They will also let you know that in advance. Number two, there is no limit to the amount of dividends you can earn. So at work, there's often a salary cap, right? Your company may say, I'm paying you $50,000 or $100,000 a year. But with dividends, you can really control how much income you have by buying a certain number of shares. So let's say a company pays you $1 per share. You can buy 100 shares and get $100, or you can buy 1,000 shares and get $1,000 for that year. They'll typically divide your income over quarters. So if you get $1,000 for a year, over the year, then you're typically getting $250 every quarter, right? But it depends on the company. It depends on their frequency. How often do they declare and distribute dividends? Number 3, I just mentioned this. You know the exact date you will get paid. You do not have to guess. So the company declares a dividend, the board of directors declare the dividend, and they will tell you when they will pay investors. So you can set up your portfolio to get paid every month because you know when your various companies will pay you. Now, if you don't want to invest in various companies, you can invest in exchange traded funds and get dividends every quarter. And I believe diversification is great because you're not dependent on one company's performance to lift you up. 4, you can set up a dividend system that pays you every month. So if you want your dividend income to align with the bills that you have, that's a goal that you can set for yourself. You can make sure you're getting dividend checks in January, February, March by investing in different dividend paying assets. Last but not least, you can build wealth at work without taking on multiple jobs. So if you're looking for an extra stream of income while you work, dividends make it so easy because all you have to do is go online, press a button, you're executing a trade in order to put dividend paying assets in your portfolio. As long as the board of directors declares a dividend, you get access to that dividend income every quarter, month, or however often they pay dividends. So that is why I love dividends. So how do you start this journey of building your dividend portfolio? You plant seeds. That is how you build your dividend portfolio. So this is day 1 of our 5-day investing challenge. I hope you're excited. Type in the chat. Let me know how you are feeling. If you are listening to this on YouTube, say day 1 challenge. If you are listening to this on the replay on YouTube. So here's the question for day 1. What are your top 3 spending categories? That was supposed to be your, excuse the typo, but what are your top 3 spending categories? Type that in the chat or type it on YouTube if you are listening to the replay. What are your top 3 spending categories? And let's just talk about the last 30 days. What did you spend the most money on? Maybe it was rent. Maybe it was food. Maybe it was your IRA, individual retirement account contributions. But what were your top 3 spending categories? It's so important to know where your money is going so that you can make changes and shift where your money is going in the future. Grocery, mortgage, and entertainment. Yes. Well, write those 3 down. Keep that somewhere where you can see it so that you realize where you are, because you'll need that to determine where you want to go. So you've thought about your top 3 spending categories, and I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Your top 3 spending categories. You might have to look at your credit card statement, your debit cards, all of your accounts. Now what I want you to do is fast forward to December. What do you want your top 3 investments to be. So we're going to change the language we're using. We're going from spending to investments. What do you want your top 3 investments to be, right? Because whether you realize it or not, what you spend your money on, you're basically investing in that so that you can have more of that in the future, right? You spend your money on mortgage so that you can have a place to stay in the future. You spend your money on groceries so that you can be able to eat in the future. So let's think about this. Is there a way that we can shift some of our investments so that we can be more intentional about the way we're living? Because we truly believe that your net worth is a sum of all the decisions that you make. So what decisions are you making today to be better than you were yesterday? So let's look at those decisions. Here's an example of a shopping list. Maybe you spent $1,000 on health. Maybe you bought some fitness attire for $300, and maybe you added in some beauty items for $700. That's your current shopping list. But what do you want your future investments to look like? Right? We can say, number one, I want my tithing to be at the top of the list. Number two, I want my retirement accounts to be at the top of my shopping list. I want to make sure I contribute more to my retirement. Number three, I want to make sure I'm contributing more to a taxable brokerage account so I can build my dividend income portfolio. So what type of investments do you want to say that you've made when December rolls around? All right. So that was pretty fast. Day one homework. Thank you for joining me here. If you listened to the replay on YouTube this evening, make sure you get your homework in. But our homework for day one is identify your top 3 investments in the last 3 days. These are the top 3 things that you've spent your money on in the last 30 days. And then what you want to do is write down the top 3 investments you would like to make. Write down the top 3 investments that you would like to have made at the end of December. So we're going from where you are right now to where you want to be. And then tomorrow we'll talk about how your spending can become an investing. It can help you make better investment decisions based on what you're spending your money on. Now, if you want to get a head start on things, we have the Dividend Shopping Success Kit. And if you want that kit right now so that you can get started and be held accountable to your 2024 goals, I am giving away a signed copy of Dividends Our Queen's Best Friend book. That's my book. And the copy will be customized to what you said your goals were this week. So I'm not sending out any copies until after the challenge, so it can be customized to your personal goals and you can be able to look at it now and later to see the goals that you have and see the progress that you're making towards those goals. You'll also get invited to our live masterclasses that are taking place next month. We'll focus on how to build your 6-figure freedom portfolio in less than 2 years. Yes, you can do this in less than 2 years if you are very intentional. We will also talk about how to buy your first dividend paying asset and earn your first $1,000 in dividends. Then if you are trying to figure out, okay, I'm on a budget, I want to get started with one stock. We have a list of 25 stocks you can shop for under $100. Now, these are not investment. They're not like must-have investments. They are more like, okay, these are a list of investing ideas to get you started, but you want to do your own research to see which investments you want to have in your portfolio. This is just an idea to get you started because people always ask me, how much do I need to start investing? Well, it depends on what you invest in. There are stocks out there for $10, and there are stocks out there for $50 and some for $500, right? On this list, I have some stocks that are close to $100, some that are $50, and some that are even under $10. So if you want that list, you can get that with the Dividend Shopping Success Kit. And we also have a dividend workbook to help you accelerate your success and learn how dividends work on your journey. So if you want the Dividend Shopping Success Kit, I am going to add the link when I upload the replay on YouTube. And I'll put the link in the chat right now for the Dividend Shopping Success Kit. Today it's only $97. So if you want the Dividend Shopping Success Kit, $97 for the next 24 hours. Okay, so let's go over the day one homework. Share your 3 largest investments on Facebook. I'm going to send out another email to make sure you have the link to the Facebook group and can post your 3 investments. Make sure you watch Dividend Investing for Beginners, 10 plus reasons to start now and how it works on the Wealthy Women YouTube channel, and leave a comment. I want to make sure that you get more information than I gave you today. This is only a teaser because I don't want to keep you for hours on this Zoom. It's a challenge to get you started and get you going on your journey. And then welcome others to the group as they join. Introduce yourself. Let people know what your goals are, because there's something powerful that happens when you speak your goals and share them. You don't have to be very specific, but just say, hey, I want to contribute more to my retirement account. I want to start investing in dividend paying assets. I want to open my investment account. I want to have enough dividend income to pay my bills. Something really general, but be willing to speak what you want. Speak your success in advance. There's something powerful that happens when you do that. So there's a link to the Dividend Shopping Success Kit in the chat. And there's also a link to the Wealthy Women Daily Facebook group. So tomorrow we will have more of a Q&A. You'll be able to ask questions and get going on your dividend journey. That is it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I am going to post this replay on YouTube for those who did not get to catch it live. But I want to encourage you, make the vision so real that it has no choice but to become your reality. Make it real. Set SMART goals so that you can have a specific date, have a specific amount, and be very intentional about the goals that you set. All right. That wraps up our session. Thank you so much for joining us.